So cash flow, sustainable business models, and eventual profitability have become existentially important for fintechs. We always have known where we want to get to, but there's a lot more focus on how we get there. So a lot more practical, putting the business cases and the use cases under a forensic lens. I think that's something that we've definitely seen. Also, embedded finance, it's taking off, significantly taking off. So banks have really got to get a move on in deciding what their platforms are for and how they can be competitive in a more open world. At a high level, so we need to, and this is a really big ask, but we need to somehow balance the ambition of an Australian consumer data rights style open finance approach with a more realistic, deliverable roadmap for building from open banking to open finance. Having the technology to do that will be critical, but we've also got to get the incentives right so that the incumbents from whatever industry see the potential and get on board. I mean, that's not a new thought, but I think incentives are going to be critical as we expand beyond finance into other sectors. So we're going to be talking about expanding beyond the mandated, and I'm taking that to be within open finance, but this is also relevant for, again, anybody in other sectors that are taking part in a consortium or a broader ecosystem play. What I think is most helpful is sharing some of the conversations that I'm privy to with businesses and regulators around the world. You know, what are they doing? What's different? What's interesting? What haven't we heard before? Why are they doing that? What results are they seeing? What's working? Getting those sort of from the trenches stories out there, I think, is a really good way to help people relate to the possibilities and to consider how their strategy fits within the flow of traffic, if you like, towards where we're trying to get to. Well, I think this year, actually, there's a really, really good reason. So there's a huge amount happening in the wings. There's still the same conversations you read about, and as you know, I track the news, so I see this every single day. There's lots of conversations about why hasn't CDR worked, or where is the value going to come from for open banking. What most people don't see is the breadth of conversations happening in the background, the working groups and so forth. So the need to come together with the industry to find out what you don't know, and to hear from people who've been having conversations you're not privy to, has never really been more important than it is now. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. You know, there's always stuff going on that's exciting and interesting or cautionary that you aren't aware of until you start talking to your fellow friends and peers.